Teşkili kabulokuni vim shena min gibet Foundation, Assyrian Foundation of America, and the kuliochun the tiyatun lacha min rechka u kurba u hadame u lep hadame u erche. Avitun basimid min danochun min da khoshi ba yuvetun tiyatun. Shamitun al hem zamiyatet peshi hum zimil lacha u ka طلبت من ناشط ين حقشك شو تابوتهم زمنا يبليخنا أني ده خمادانو تبيويني. So من كم شارخن دوزيو خمادانو تچي تباين يوينه بشرابا هم زمتي زبتو يعني be English. I hope you guys don't mind. I will speak mostly in English, but I'll try to say a few things in Assyrian as well. I welcome every one of you from far and near, all members or non-members and guests of honors. Thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting Assyrian Foundation of America for all these years. As you know, this year, 2024, marks the 60th year of existence of Assyrian Foundation of America. So we are blessed to have a couple of those old-time founders with us today, and we'll ask them to come out and they will say their share story of how the foundation became together and how it was put together, how people donated their time, their life, their money because they believed in the mission. They had a vision to see what foundation is going to become 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, 40, 50, and now 60 years after inception. The rest of you who are much younger than 60 years old, you have a long way to support and take their footsteps, including myself. I'm not that young or that old. But we have a responsibility on our shoulder. All of us do. And the ones that they are here and the ones that they are not. And our mission is to believe in the mission of the foundation from the time of its inception and to support the future vision where we're going. We have been blessed by the leadership that we have had today. And as a matter of fact, I am privileged. For the ones that they don't know, we recently have, in January, we had new board members added to the board of directors. So I'm going to name them. Most of you, all of you know them. But, and all the board members are here today. So Mr. Sargam Shabas is our president. Our vice president is Annie Elias. Our treasurer is Mariam Kurukian. Our secretary is Julia Halisi. Our humanitarian chair is Dr. Robert Kurukian. Our education and cultural chair is myself, Jack Charbakshi. For those of you that don't know me, our membership chair is Mr. Ramin Daniel. We have social chair, two ladies, Chris Hamzea and Flora Ashuri. And our Nineveh magazine director is Dr. Nineveh Moraha. We also have our building manager, which was recently appointed to take care of our building and our property. And that's Mr. Raman Adam, and he's with us. So just brief history of the foundation, the ones that I know of, because I'm recently here added to this group of seasoned leaders. But what I am in awe, and actually not surprised, but just so thankful that back in the days, about 40 or 50 years ago, the foundation did not have building. the foundation did not have financial support or great financial support. The foundation did not have many members, and the foundation did not have so many supporters or paid members to support the cause. But what they had was the heart. They had the heart and they had a vision. They wanted to accomplish something that no one has accomplished. And they have succeeded. And for that, I bow my head on them, to them. Thank you. Thank you for all the past and present leaders. And we look forward to have future leaders just like what we have currently and what we had in the past. Thank you. Okay, as you know, we have asked a special presenter or speaker to be with us today. And as you can see, his picture is, he's a professor, Ronald Tomaszadeh. He's from Iran, but unfortunately, last 3 days ago, I've been on the phone with him on a daily basis, pretty much 2 or 3 times a day. He came in with a strong illness, with the throat and sinus problems that he couldn't even speak. He couldn't even talk to me on the phone. So he excused himself and he was very sorry. But he promised me yesterday, we talked again, he promised me one thing. He's planning to go back. He's from Iran, and he's a retired professor at the universities. I have his full bio, but I'm not going to read it because he's not here. I will save it for later. He promised that he's going to go back to Iran and settle his stuff, and then he will be back here in October, November timeframe. So hopefully on our next event, either end of this year or beginning of next year, he promised to come and speak to you. His topic was very important, and I thought to share the topic with you because I'm sure you will recognize it. You will see the value in it. And his topic was a talk on Assyrian identity in the current diaspora situation that we're in. So he was going to talk about the Assyrian identity in the past and the present. And I don't know how far he was going to go in the past, but I know it was going to be very valuable and meaningful to everyone. So I'm looking forward when he come back, he gives us that speech. So unfortunately, like I said, I have to apologize on his behalf that he won't be with us. Okay. So for the next step, we have a special thing that I'm going to ask Donna to come up here to talk about the special preparation that she's done, about a video that she has put together. And I'll let her give you the detailed background of the movie. Donna?
Hi, everybody knows me, Donatella, Mom. She hates it when people call me Donna. Okay, so the video you're going to watch now was actually made in 2011. It's not new. A lot of you might have seen it already, but you just don't remember it. What it's going to showcase is everything that Foundation has accomplished from inception, from 1964 to 2011. When you watch all that, just remember, just like Jack said, back then, the Foundation didn't have money. They had no building initially, and then they had the building. A very small group of people got together and created the Foundation, and as far as I'm concerned, they did miracles. They were able to donate over $1.2 million. They were able to buy a building and then sell it and then buy another building that is, multi-million right now and pay it all off. And foundation only has about 100 members. We don't have that many members. So it's a very small organization. So again, just remember, it's what we accomplished from 1964 to 2011. Hopefully by the 60th anniversary, we will showcase what we have done from 2011 to present. And that's going to be definitely more than what you're going to be seeing right now. Okay, I'll turn it on now.
لميم خوبي كلا طرايا من دم صفيا قوم سنايا لميم خوبي كلا طرايا من دم صفيا قوم سنايا لقي دنيا ويا مخرايا هلا بنطار المشانا يمايا لقي دنيا ويا مخرايا هلا بنطار المشانا يمايا لشانك يما فقرة وإقارة تاريخ داسور شهارة لشانك يما فقرة وإقارة تاريخ داسور شهارة لو ما أزرقت أشهر جبارة انت أمثلة أبد خشرة لو ما أزرقت أشهر جبارة انت أمثلة أبد خشرة بربتي موتا كدا خنواتا يشاقيوتا
يا أخوني أخ بيضة بيدك جاني سقيرالي ليلواتك هج تطليلي دمت عيني مسيالي بليلواتك هج تطليلي دمت عيني مسيالي أي تخليطة دم بدون ولا بنيتا اتجاهه خاهم انت كرسي الشاميرا الخمسة اتجاهه خاهم انت كرسي الشاميرا الخمسة سرقن عجبارة لجلو جيلي بخسارة من طبلاشك كتب ديارة بغالي بوتا وإيقارة من طبلاشك كتب ديارة غالي بوتا وإيقارة بالتخرنن عندي لاتي ما تسدي أم دربتی عطر ایلا اخدوتی یا خیین گماتی عطر ایلا اخدوتی یا خیین گماتی بالتخرنن ام ديناتي كما تزادي ام درباتي عطر إلى إخادوتي جو خيان جموتي عطر إلى إخادوتي جو خيان جموتي عطر إلى إخادوتي جو خيان جموتي
يبنوني روشو أصلو تدوشو انبايتو زت باخون ورخد سعد خوشو يبنوني روشو أصلو تدوشو انبايتو زت باخون ورخد سعد خوشو
شيء لا خير البايشن ودور
ليشانه هلكم يوم خايا من البرستي الكانا كل خاس يوضر مانا أرض أخليات ورايه مرمل برج وبنيانا شماخينا شوق من شماط ورايا تشيطة مزبتلا وبرومية وبقايا عطو كل دوك تدخلتا وريتا وبيوغ داتا مدرب كان يا الأبنو قلتين وليلة
إلى نفسجية ندموية لبقية فروي صوصان صبوغة تقاتل بقدر الشويمة سنجية بإنسانة باقي لكل يومانة بخمر وبسمتها في مدهو يا ونمسايا سنجية بإنسانة باقي لكل يومانة بخمر وبسمتها في مدهو يا ونمسايا بقية خمسة خليتا شنتي لدروش تليتا مدينة ودريتا قاتية وطشيتا بقية خمسة خليتا شنتي لدروش تليتا مدينة ودريتا قاتية وطشيتا وقلبي نسنجية ندموية لبقية فروي الصفان صنوغة تقاتل بقدر شوية
Thank you, Donatella, for what a masterpiece you put together. It truly is a masterpiece. Okay, kind of like last minute guest of honors that we have over here today is Mr. Joseph Pirayo. I'm going to ask him to come and he's going to talk to you a little bit about Assyria TV. And he's a, what do you call, what is your title in there? You speak, you're a host of Assyrian program. He does speak a lot and on several different topics. If you had a chance to look at that or Assyria TV, you will see him. And I'm going to let him tell you the detail of his program and the Assyria TV. Joseph?
For those of you, if you don't know me, my name is Joseph Pirayo. My sister is a member. Her name is Mariam Pirayo. You know her as Rita. I don't think she's here. She told me about this yesterday. And I came here because of, like everybody else, to see the speaker talk about the Assyrian identity. Nervous. All right. How's that? I can't hear myself. Wow. So as like everybody else, I came here to, I thought I was going to be late. I was doing 8085 from South San Jose, coming to see the guest speaker about the Assyrian identity. And before I talk about Assyria TV, I just looking at the great job that Donatella did. I don't know, Jackie, Donatella, do you guys remember the Philadelphia church back in Tehran with Jean? Yeah, just time goes by, but you guys are involved in this, doing a great job. Going back in history at Dr. Karokian, as you guys know him as Robert, we go way back. Our parents go to Hamadan, being, as they called them, the immigrants. What was that they called them? That they came from Russia to Iran, Muhajire. Yeah. And another thing is that the speaker, his wife, our grandparents were siblings. So the connection that we have together as people, as identity, we are somehow related to each other. We might not like it sometimes, but we are related to each other. So anyway, it's true, right? Unconditional love applies a lot in our people. As for Assyria TV, it was established 2011. same year that you finished the program on 2011, I was like thinking about 60 years anniversary of Assyrian Foundation of America. Assyria TV to me is like a baby Assyrian Foundation of America, because before, I don't know how much you are familiar with our people from the Syriac dialect. From Syria, they are, since they have changed our identity, we have Chaldeans, we have Assyrians, we have Syriacs, or nowadays they say we are Arameans. And with Assyria TV, when they established 2011, it was very hard for them. I joined them about less than 2 years ago. And it's interesting how it was interesting that I barely made it here to find out Dr. Karokian tell me to come here and talk. It was interesting that the last program that I did on AMB, most of you are familiar with that, was Ephraim Yaqub, that he wrote a book called The Path to Assyria. I don't know how many of you know about Path to Assyria. And Ephraim, he's what we call Syriac, or they speak Suryoyo. It's a little different, not little different, we say Shlama, they say Shlomo. And when we talked, I couldn't talk to him in our own native language. It was very sad. I had to do the interview in English. Steve is here. You remember Steve? But I learned so much about that other half of our people. Because we think Iran, Iraq, but this other part, and since Ephraim is one of the people that was helping establish Assyria TV. And after the program AMB was finished, within a few months, Ephraim contacted me, and Dikran Ego is the one that the program manager, as they call it. Actually, he's the only person that does. I mean, they don't have support. Like you were saying, we started with nothing. We didn't have membership. We didn't have nothing. He's one man army, and he goes to different parts of Europe. They go to UTRA. They provide programs that historical. I mean, I learned so much about this other half of our people that I think we missed. Assyrian identity, we have the whole group. So with Assyria TV, when I started, the name of the program is in the beginning Ashur, and the program is basically maintaining our identity. On the program, I don't say Assyria or I'm Assyrian. I say, what is your middle last name? Ashuri? Right? I say, I am Ashuri. I'm speak Ashuri. This is identity. Somehow, somewhere back with the Greeks, with Turks, whoever they want. Sorry to put it that way, but they put that S in our name. I'm so sorry to say that. It hurts me. We are Ashuri. We have an identity from the beginning. Imagine if they change the name of Ashur Banipal. How are we going to feel? We don't call them Assyrian Banipal or Ashur Banipal. It's Ashur. So I'm trying to put everything together here with the speaker talking about the Assyrian identity, finding new people. To me, it was like a gem. These people are so dedicated. These are so true patriots, Tanayuta, that I thought I had after meeting Ephraim, after meeting the Quran. It's like I'm just a baby compared to these people, especially a few months ago. Normally what I do, I send a messenger to the Quran. I say, okay, this is the title of the program. These are the photos we're going to use. He answered back. He said, sorry, we cannot have program this week. My father was murdered. And I was just a text. How do you answer that? And I didn't know what the circumstance was. His father was 92, 93 years old. And the Quran gave me a history. He said that back in 1940s or 50s, they kicked our people out of certain villages in like Turabdin area in Turkey. And when they kicked them out, guess who took over? Mostly the Kurds. As they started to, grow and become powerful, you know how much the Kurds and Turks love each other. So what happened was 20, 30 years ago, I believe, the government said to the people that they had kicked out, you can come back. So these people coming back, but they say you don't have any proof, these lands are yours. Here comes the Crown's father. He's lived there, he knows everybody, he knows the history, so he goes to court and gives witness that these people that are here, these were her parents, these are the landowners, this, that. He comes home, 5 bullets in his head. And when I talked to Dick Crown, I said, Dick, what's going on? And he said, we want to let the government take care of that. But the reason I brought this up is that we have people, like, he didn't stop his program. Even though my program was delayed maybe a week or so, but they had to go check things. But these people are real. I'm not saying they're real Ashuri, but they're going through so much right now. And it's not, our focus is always, I know, on North Iraq, our land, but Nahran, but we have so many people that they still live in these areas. So I know you gave me 5-10 minutes. I don't want to go further, but one thing is that we are working on to try to come up with a language that all of us can understand. So these are the job of the experts that we know. Dr. Karokian probably can help finding these people. Another thing is that these people are supported by just going to, they have social media, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, or X and Instagram. And you guys can go and subscribe, and just by supporting that, if you want to support them, whatever you want, or just by subscribing and liking the programs. And you will find it very heartwarming, the programs that they do. They said the New Year's that we had, and I'm still confused. Is it Akitu, Chab Nisan, 1st of spring, 1st of April? Regardless, we are still celebrating. We are still here. That's the part that is the most important for us to keep our identity. And Assyria TV is a big part. As I said, it's a baby Assyria Foundation of America. And thank you for your time. And God bless and congratulations on 6 years of hard work. And hopefully we can continue this great work for you. Thank you very much.
That was good. That was good. You guys enjoyed that a little bit, hearing about it? So, yeah, as he suggested, if you're interested, go in there, log in, and watch the programs. And if it's heartwarming to you, support it somehow. Whether it's financially, whether it's just by clicking, liking it, and all that. So, having said that, since everybody liked Donatella's amazing work, we're going to ask her to continue this. For end of this year, we're going to have a big party, probably in November, and it's going to be official AFA 60th birthday party. So we're going to put this on you, Donatella. So you're going to create a monstrous production so we can see and enjoy all the beautiful pictures and movies and clips. So everybody enjoyed it. Bayless was laughing and smiling and just like, wow. So thank you for that. Before I continue, I also wanted to, our president, Sargon Shabazz, lately he was in Iraq. He went to Atra. He had a trip, and he came back and safe and sound. We're glad to have him back. And he brought a few books with him. It's called Assyrian National Performance, and this was written by Mr. Aprim Shapira. It is in Arabic. It's not in English. It's not in Assyrian, but it is in Arabic. Anybody Arabic readers are more than welcome to come and ask for a copy. He has a few books over here. Thank you for bringing them. This book will be added to our library of books. All right. At this moment, I want to ask Mr. Martin Jacob and Mr. President George Shabbos to come up here in recognition of one of our oldest founder of the Assyrian Foundation. Martin?
Our president, Sargon Shabbos, called me a week ago and asked me if I would say a few words about Nathan Nasseri. And I was so delighted. I'm honored to stand here, Nathan. And thank you. Our friendship with Nathan Nasseri goes back almost 60 years ago in San Francisco. We were both foreign students, and there were not many Assyrians that we knew in San Francisco at that time. And I had the privilege somehow to meet Nathan Nasseri, an Assyrian guy. Our friendship developed since 1964, if I remember, Nathan. Yeah. 63. All right. Thank you for correcting me. Yeah. The thing that Nathan and I brought us closer together was that I was from a poor family, and Nathan the same way. We had one thing in common. We worked and we went to college, support each other. And yet, mentally, we support each other. The way I see Nathan over all these years, he is encouraging, happy soul person. Really, you all, if you know Nathan. And our friendship really grew over the years. But today, even though it's a day to thank you, Nathan, for what you have done, and I'll be glad to give you the history of Assyrian Foundation have started, because I was there with you. I'll do that. But before I do that, I want to say what kind of a friend Nathan Nasseri is, what kind of a human being Nathan Nasseri is. Nathan, you are the most sincere person, a dear friend. Over the years that I experienced with you, I have met and known you. And on a friendship basis, I have two stories to share that what Nathan meant to me. In 1967, I got married to Gail. Our wedding was in Stockton, a big church, and the ceremony was supposed to be taking place at 1:30 at the church. And there were more than 100 people in that church. The ceremony, our wedding ceremony, did not take place at 1:30. The reason was my best man didn't show up. And you know how Americans are. They're right on time. Instead of 1:30, it's 2 o'clock. The ceremony is being delayed by half an hour. Still, there is no best man. Assyrian time. And all the bridesmaids are standing there for more than 30 minutes. They didn't know what to do. So the only thing I could do is say, Nathan, could you be my best man? And Nathan agreed happily to do it. Nathan became my best man that wedding. And I tell you, dear members, Nathan not was special to me and my wife. He was a special person to my in-laws in Stockton. He was the only Assyrian invited for their 45th wedding anniversary was Nathan. Nathan meant a lot to my in-laws. I have a sister-in-law. She's about 90 years old. By the way, Nathan, happy birthday. You are 90. Yeah. And I talked to her. Nathan, there is not one time she doesn't ask about you. How is Nathan doing? How is Nathan doing? I had a great memory of Nathan. There's so much to tell you about, but I don't have enough time. My time is limited. But going back, how Assyrian Foundation started, most of you don't know really what happened, why Assyrian Foundation was established, the reason for it. In 1963, in San Francisco, there was an Assyrian organization called American Assyrian Social Club. And Nathan, if you remember that club, it was on the second story on Monterey Boulevard in San Francisco. This organization was purely social. And eventually Nathan and I, Euro Tamras, God bless his soul, few other people, we joined the foundation, the American Assyrian Civic Club. This club was all established by Assyrian people who were born in the United States. So we got involved with them and they accepted us as a member. Eventually, we had some suggestion to make to them, including Dr. Elias, Yul Baba, Julius Shabas, Yura Tamras, Nathan, that why do you call yourself American Assyrian instead of calling yourself Assyrian American? You're Assyrian first, in a really nice way. And they said to us, we'll think about it. The other thing was, we made another suggestion. Why shouldn't we make this club, instead of just social, make it educational and make it for helping needy or students? We'll think about that. And we just didn't get anywhere with them. This is really true. Nathan would remember that. Then we used to be called FBI. FBI. I said, Nathan, what FBI means? And honestly, I thought FBI is the organization that we have in. I said, very smart people, intellectual. And I really took it as a, compliment. Yes. Then Nathan says, Martin, you know what that means? I said, no. He said, that means foreign born idiot. So we were called FBI. I realized that. So we couldn't take it anymore. Then that's the time Julius Shabas, Dr. Elias, Yul Baba, Euro Tamras, our guest of honor here that we are, Sam Jacob belonged to that club. He came and joined us later. Yeah. So this is a little bit of history I want to tell you about how the foundation started. So we decided that we cannot work with that group, So that's where the idea of having our own organization, Assyrian Foundation of America, was born. Thanks in 64, thanks to, Nathan, I'm so glad you're here. Sometimes we praise our people, what they done for our Assyrian people while they're gone. But you are here, happy at 90th, and thank you from bottom of my heart and all the members. The Assyrian Foundation was started in 1964. Then we started slowly having more members. Some of the members of American Assyrian organization, they came and joined us, including Pickering, Sam Jacob, he mentioned his name, many other ones. And in 1967, they suggested, why don't we become non-profit? To be a non-profit, we should have bylaws. To have bylaws, they should be drafted by a lawyer. So we found a lawyer, Bob Yohanan. It happened to be an Assyrian lawyer guy in San Francisco then. He spent months to write the bylaws and do some research on it. It was sent to Sacramento and the federal government that if they let us have that statue of nonprofit for not paying taxes, we were exempt.
You can claim as a donation.
Correct. It took 8 months. Nobody heard from the state, from federal. We didn't know what was going on. So finally, after 8 months, they called the officers in Sacramento to meet with the officer of Assyrian Foundation of America to know more about the organization before if they would issue us the permit to be nonprofit. And I remember, Nathan, if you remember, Dr. Elias, Yul Baba, Julius Shabas, Yura Tamras, they went to Sacramento for an interview about the Assyrian Foundation of America. Who are we? What are we doing? And they were so impressed by meeting the officers at that time. 5 months later, we were recognized as a nonprofit organization by state and by federal government. And that has been, as Jack mentioned, 60 years, almost. But for that 60 years, not once Assyrian Foundation has been questioned by federal or state. They have faith in us. They do, honestly, and they believe in us, and they see our work, what we're doing. This is a little bit of a background that I just wanted to tell you what happened, how the Assyrian Foundation started. And then the story comes that we bought a building in Berkeley, thanks to Daniel Shabas. We sold that building. We bought a building in Pacifica, Dan DiGaleta, thanks to him, God bless his soul. He managed it for almost 11 years. And that building, I want to say that how proud we should be. It gives us an income of close to $180,000 a year, if I'm not mistaken. More. And it's all paid for. Financially, Nathan, I'm saying that because you've been away, because you moved to Sacramento, and because of your age, you couldn't attend. I'm just giving you about where we're standing now. Many times, you and me, we have talked, and you were worried. You would say, Martin, what's going to happen to Assyrian Foundation? The Assyrians are leaving San Francisco, Bay Area. We don't have young people to come take over. Our officers, members are getting old. I'm really worried at that foundation, and I agree with him, and I was as much worried. Nathan, I want to tell you this. You know, and you are aware of it, foundation is in a good hand. Somehow, the stars are bright up there with the new officers, with the new members, all because of what Assyrian Foundation has done. About 6 years ago, Donatella, you would know, and Jackie, there was a massacre in Turkey with Armenian, Greek, Assyrians, and an Assyrian fellow, he was doing research, he find out that the Armenians and the Greeks, they got paid by an insurance company for what happened. New York Life. New York Life. Thank you for. So there was about $300,000 allocated to Assyrian people, to another organization. They searched in the United States to find an organization that they can give that money to. Yeah. You know, Nathan, you're aware of that part. Foundation was the only one that received that funds. And the United States government and the insurance company approved it. Another incident, just for you members to know, there was a gentleman in Arizona. His name was Adam Benjamin Adam. He passed away. He left $1 million to foundation. Yes, but then Julius Chavez knew the gentleman. He suggested, why don't give all that money to us? There are other organizations. He mentioned 3 of them, that if that $1 million would be divided one of them was in Chicago, one in San Jose here that he recommended, and one in LA, right?
Yeah, like,
Yeah. So what happened was Adam Benjamin, or Benjamin Adam, passed away, and the lawyer who was handling the situation, he told us that Jack, that might be interesting for you to know. He said that we tried to contact the Assyrian organization in San Jose 3 times, and no one answered. So that was the question Jack was asked. Why didn't San Jose Club got their share? That was all Julius's idea, that they should go to Dries, not just to us, because they're a good organization. So we got portion of that money, $250,000, because that gentleman in Arizona believed in our organization. He did it. Very seldom you see people donating that kind of money.
Before that, there was, excuse me, a gentleman from back east. He sent us $10,000.
10,000.
Yeah.
I got a plaque for it when I
Yeah,
was president.
yeah.
I should bring that plaque, give it to secretary. Whenever we have our own building,
Yeah.
we should set them up.
Yeah, we have other donations.
Well, Nathan, this is all. The reason is I'm honoring you because you're one of the starters. That's the fruit. That's why we are here with beautiful members, educated. They really want to do something good for Assyrians because the way that foundation was established in 1964. And I just want to very quickly mention, I know I'm limited on time, but I have to. We have officers, young officers. Nathan, that you and me talk about it many times. Where are the young people? They are here. They are here, Nathan. And I want to mention their name. First, I'm going to start with the ladies. One is Chris Hamzayov. She's taken over the social committee of this club, and she's dedicated. The other one is Julia Hellesy. She's here with us, and she has become our secretary right there. And yeah, Julia, yeah. So then Anne Elias is here, and your dad would be proud of you. You are following his footsteps, and you are here, and you've been with the foundation as a vice president in different categories of officers in the organization. We have Tammy Benjamin. She was our treasurer. These are all young, intelligent, talented people. Then I was just talking to Mimi Karukian. Mimi, for years, I asked her permission to say that. Mimi worked for IRS. She had a good position with IRS. She always wanted to be our treasurer secretary, but she couldn't do it because IRS would prohibit anyone working for them. I didn't know that they can be involved in nonprofit, especially in Treasury Department. So for years, her heart was in the right place, but she couldn't do it. And now she is our treasurer because she retired from IRS 2 years ago. And these are the young people I want to mention going to our other members, like Robert Karukian has been the backbone. Sargon Shabazz, our president, he really gives all he can to this. He believes in it. Jermaine, his wife, the same thing. And then we have Jack Charbakshi. Jack Charbakshi, he lives in San Jose. And Jack, you became member about 10 years ago? Huh? 3 years ago. Yeah. So Jack became members, not just from San Jose. Jack and Ramin, they commute from San Jose. In every officers meeting, membership meeting, they are here. Because they really believe in organization. They believe in what we're doing. And we have Jack, Nathan. We have Raman, I'm sorry, Ramin Daniel. I'm sorry, Raman. I call you Raman, but Ramin Daniel. Yeah. And then we have a building that the persons that they take care of the building is Raman Adam and Sargon Shabazz. They really have donated their time to that building that we have. They managed it for a long, long time. I don't know if I miss anyone else.
Management company.
And there is a Assyrian management company, and Hadi? Yeah.
Synoptics.
Synaptics, yeah. And the interesting thing is that management company is run by Assyrians. Elsie, you would know, and they're from Kermanshah, and they were our neighbor in Kermanshah. I was their neighbor. Yeah. Lillian, Vivian, and, Soleimani. Yeah. Yeah. And I really want to thank you for that. Yeah. Yeah. One last thing before I finish, I want to mention. Yeah, I would. There are some old officers that they are still here with us over the years. One of them is Flora Kingsbury. She always has been our social chair lady. And the other person who has been with us is Linda Schwat. She was a secretary for a long time. And, yeah. And I really like to honor them too. And Donatella and Jackie, thank you for all you have done for this organization. Your heart is in the right place. The last thing I want to say is about Nineveh Magazine. About 20 years ago, maybe Sargon Shabazz would know, we had close to 11 Assyrian publications all over the world. You know how many we have now? 2 that I know of. One is Assyrian Foundation magazine, Nineveh. One is Huyada, Sweden. The Assyrians in Sweden, they publish it. That's the only one that I know. If there is another one, I'm not aware of. And our publication goes all over the world. Our publication goes to educational organization in United States, at UC Berkeley, different places. Overseas also, correct. One thing about Nineveh Magazine is a really small hope for people that they live in Iraq and Iran, that they're in desperate situation, at least they know there is an organization in Assyrian Foundation that helps people. That's the only way they know through our magazine what this foundation stands for. So this magazine is really important, but the people behind it, we don't talk much about them. Who published that magazine? And I really like to mention their name. One of them is Ninva. I think I have the name, huh? Muraha, yeah. And then there is Dr. No, huh? No, she is Robert Karupian, and there is a girl in Turlock that she's Elizabeth. Yeah, Dr. Elizabeth, yes. And then we have Sargon Shabas, we have Donatella. The Assyrian section is being done by George Bashlimun. This magazine is getting better and better and better, as you notice. And but a lot of work, Nathan, goes into that magazine. You know that these people behind the scene, they are working on it nonstop to present such a beautiful magazine. You know, that's why I want to thank them too. I want to thank you all. And just a little bit brief history I said about the foundation that you remember and I remember. And I'll give the platform to my president here. Thank you.
We have Sheila present.
And also Nathan,
We have a small
thank you.
gift too.
If you, Nathan, if you can come here, there is a present that our president and our organization would like to dedicate to you for all the good work. Being such a humble, good, honest person. Your heart is in the right place. Thank you. I don't have my glasses. Yeah, there's a card here.
This card is to Nathan, AFA founding member, one of the only members. Says April 2024, dear Nathan, thank you for your services to our nation and Assyrian Foundation. From our Assyrian Foundation board members and all the members. So this is a small gift. I'd like to help you open it for you. It's a Assyrian Lamasu. And Nathan want to say a few words. Nathan. Nathan is emotional.
I don't know how to start speaking to you. I couldn't expect what you said, the reports you said and about the foundation. It wasn't about me. It's about all of you. Foundation is for Assyrian people. I just want to thank every one of you what you are doing now. You are doing more than we had done earlier. If I make sometimes forget names, you have to forgive me. Well, I just want to say a few words. Sometimes certain things in life, it gives you an idea to start something without even expecting it. I just want to say I came to the United States in 1957, and I was 2 years in San Mateos going to school. After that, I came to to San Francisco. I was going to school in San Francisco. Then I met Bayless and Martin and the rest of them, and some of the Assyrians in San Francisco. At that time, especially from Iran, Assyrian families started migrating from Iran into United States and California. Mostly they were coming in San Francisco. So that helped the organization, the people there. At that time, in in the 60s, there was a group of Assyrian people, established a football team. There were about 5 Assyrians, 2 Persian guys, and one guy from a European guy. But they started playing, so that excited all the Assyrian people living in San Francisco. So we used to go watch their games. They were champions twice, 2 times champions in San Francisco. At that time was a big thing for Assyrian people. Nobody knew even the name of Assyrians. So all of a sudden we were popular, the people we used to go see the games. The teams, the coach of the team, they asked them if they can raise a little bit of money, to help the players. So, yeah, Al Adams' wife with other people, in their house we used to have a meeting. They were debating. So I said, why do we have to have an organization in order to, we can just get a salon and throw a party, raise the money for them, But if you want, have an organization, we should have an organization will be always there for Assyrian people. And that organization should be foundation. So back and forth for a long time, I was arguing on that. I finally, convinced them. And as Martin, and everybody told you about it, much better than I am doing right now. I'm sorry, a little bit. And so at the meeting, finally convinced them, and we registered as a Assyrian Foundation, nonprofit organization. Once we did, then they started, election. At the election, so they voted. We had the president, everybody for the organization. So years ago, to late Dr. Elias asked me, said, Nathan, did they elect you? I said, no. He said, how come? I said, because I was a student. I didn't have any property. So he left. But didn't take long. 3 months after the person was in charge of, not Sam Jacob, no, in treasurer. Treasurer, she didn't have education how to set up the accounting system for the new organization, new foundation. So the president said, Nathan, you take over. You appoint me as a treasurer. So you see me, you saw my picture with with that was before that, you know. Yeah. So Nayur Baba wasn't at that time. That's how it started. And you know, the foundation grew because mostly from Iran, there are more families come join the foundation, and from Iraq. So the rest of it's news. مخلط رابع من شو خكم ديان تانين. You know, just seeing what originally what I was telling them, we have to create something that will be always for the Assyrian people, you know. خمني بيشانة بتاعك عملتن ين ليلة لازم كلمة as a خمديخينة برشافن. Foundation is a Syrian organization. I'm so proud that we did it at that time, and it's so popular among our people that and especially the things you are doing right now. So I want to thank all the speakers for what they said about me. Much more better they explain it to you than I am able to do it now. Thank you.
Just one other thing. I just, on my part, I forgot to mention Belis Yelda here. Belis, really. Belis, I forgot. I forgot. And this is to you, to Julie. Julie, your birthday is on my birthday. I don't know if that say anything. Yeah, I think of you all the time. Yeah.
Well, thank you, Nathan. Thank you. And we appreciate all you've done, all the members. And of course, I always remember my cousin Julius Shabbos. And Flora always reminds me. But Julius Shabbos, أنا تعزلوا منيخلة foundation each pesha, dach pesha. But don't worry, I'm here.
Thank you all. Wow. Another wow. I don't think I can be 90 years old and stand over here and speak to you guys about what I have done. What a legacy. What a legacy. Thank you for what you have done. Well, you did well. You did well. You did well. And thank you, Belus. Thank you, Martin. And thank you all the Silverhead people that they're here. And you're truly being an example for us young chicks to follow. So, not yet. Yes. 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 I will do that. Thank you. I will do that. Yes. Sure.
I am Mizmenta Tunyalach. جل بدي وأنا بنتان نقا كلهم ممكن خشم من الله يطيتم والبابدي أخوناتهم يسايم بابدي من سوريتو يالا جيل بيالي يشولت على هل من يخلي من دادون يخشلي via المكروز كاي كل ملة جودشت أرمي جمدينات تخينة خينة من تورس تيران همادن كرمانشا كازل مكروز كل بتو شاق على إن تازل وقت همز من تلا يمدي وخا بختا رابا سبيت مري على برختت على زي مجرى بختا موت جانا وتونيل دنانا سرشن مرانا بدميت رابا جلب هاد ترير خلاجرش لبر هذا خاقرتم خيته خاطر بكرتم معانا ولا منيخ من دادوني خيش يعني ادخل من سوري تقديا مول بيبتون يعني اذن توتا وديتو دينا سباينا شاب هيج ناشا ان لا يطيل على شطيل البوخ أمال تشلخ من العلاج شطيل أختن هيج دانا لا شت لما أنا مارتن كلن ومن دي دواد بلكي تلخ تخمون خشمة وديو ليلة من هون جانا علىها موجودة أني با إن سبايوي تبعدك أني من ديان ودخلوا كخير ناشخيني كامل هذا so هيج لا من شخص خبت على قدام لهم يولا الذي
أنا مزيد although I'm going to add to that in English, if you don't mind. All the Assyrians, as you know, we're all Christian by faith, even though different denominations. So, having said that, we all have different gifts. Each person that it's in here and it's not here have a different gift. And that gift is given to us by God. We add to the gift by going to schools, get educated, have jobs, learn a lot of experience, and add to our resumes. Okay? But the gift comes from God. So, what happens when God touches your heart and says, I've given you all this gift, you've gotten all the education, you have all the life experiences, and now go and produce. Go and produce some fruits. Well, people like Nathan, people like Martin, people like my brother Belos, and many in the old time, they have produced. And people like Sargon, now we are producing. So, thank you for reminding us of that. We are to be reminded that all gifts, all the blessings comes from our mighty God. And we are blessed by that. And we are called to do a job. So, having said that, thank you for being here and supporting Foundation in everything, whether it's financially, whether it's by your will being here, whether by watching our reports, whether subscribing to Nineveh Magazine and reading it and passing it on, whether by encouraging others to join Foundation, to become a member, whether associated member or become an actual member. It is our job to talk about Foundation, the mission, the vision, what we plan to do to others. Keep it rich, keep it going. We cannot let the light go down, go dim. We got to keep it going. Finally, on behalf of the board, on behalf of President, Vice President, and all the board members, I thank you for coming over here. And special thanks to Steve Nasseri, who is from AGN, that he came over here for recording it on a last notice. So we hope that we give him an advance notice next time. I'm ending this meeting. If you have not enjoyed our little cookie, coffee, and cakes in the back, please do. Flora has something to say. I'll let her take this. Uh-oh. Flora always comes up with surprises in the last minute.
It's funny. I just wanna, I don't know how I appreciate, I know Nathan since he was a baby, and his sister and I'm crying. Right now she's in Germany. We were the best buddy. I still once in a while I do talk to her. I miss her, just her know. On top of that, being from Mushava, so I find the 4th sentence from my dad, and they're in Assyrian. So somebody is gonna, I don't see too well, somebody is gonna come and read it, and then I could give it to anybody would like to, okay?
Right.
And translate in English.
Okay. جربینا مرا این خشلیلی خشولتا این اسریلی بششلتا این داریلی گلتا آتور بیتانن رابی بابا جان آشوری موشاوا برزوگه بابا کتابت و مخورا. That's from him. If you throw me in the lion's den, Galuta, I am still Assyrian, Atur, Bitanin. I will still say Atur.